Good afternoon, everyone. Previous class, we learned about the location of our country, especially the main land extension. Even we came to know that the extents how especially between latitudes and the longitudes, that all we learned in the previous class. So just I would like to remember the location of our country. The latitudinal extension of our country, that is 8 degree 4 point north and 37 degree 6 north. This is the latitudinal extension of our main, and the same the land extended on longitudes, that is about 68 degrees 7 east and 97 degree 25 east. This is about the longitudinal extension of our country. And we came to know that even in previous class I told that the tropic of Cancer, that is about 23 degree 30 north, divides our country into equal two parts. That is the tropic of Cancer, 23 degree 30 north, divided India into two equal halves. And in southeast and southwest there we can see respectively the group of the Lakshadweep Island and then Andaman and Nicobar. Today's class we are going to learn about the size of our country, the physical size of our country. Geographically, India, it is one of the vast country. India is one of the vast country, and the landmass of our country, it is about 3.28 million square kilometer. 3.28 million square kilometer, or we can see tell like this: the total landmass of our country, 3,28,763 square kilometer. 3,20,763 square kilometer. This is the total, the physical area. And from north to south, our country extends, the total length of our country, north to south, that is about 3,214 kilometer. 3,214 kilometer, and the same east to west, 2,933 kilometer. And the land frontier of our country, the total land frontier of our country, that is about 15,200 kilometers. And the total coastline of our country, that is about 7,516.6 kilometers. This is the total length of our coastal line. This is about the size of our country, the physical size of our country. See, in the total geographical area, so it is about 2.4% of the total geographical area, and India is one of the physically, especially seventh largest country in the world. Physically, seventh largest country in the world. So let us see more about our country. In previous class, I told that our country, it is located in the southern part of Asia and in the northern hemisphere, and India is bounded by the Engfold mountains in the northwest and northeast also. In the north, northeast and northwest, India is bounded by the Engfold mountains, such as we already know that the different the ranges of the Himalaya or the different Himalayan ranges. It's completely bounded with these. So these Himalayan ranges are Engfold mountains, and in west it's covered with the Arabian Sea, and east there we can see the Bay of Bengal, and to the south there is an Indian Ocean also. Indian Ocean. And because of this reason, see, the northern part of India or north to our country, there we can see the Engfolded mountains, especially the different Himalayan ranges, and again the three sides of our country, to the east and to the west and even to the south, there will be the different oceans, such as in the west Arabian Sea, and the east Bay of Bengal, and to the south there is an Indian Ocean. So that's what India also called as a peninsula. And even because of this vast, used to called subcontinent also. India used to called as a subcontinent also. The one more important thing that is about, when we travel from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of 2 hours. And to avoid this and to make a proper time in our India, so we are considered, which is passes through UP, especially the Mirzapur, which is situated in Uttar Pradesh state. We are taken that, especially the 82.30 east, 82.30 east longitude, we are taken as the standard meridian of India. So why this actually happening? So always we can see the sunrises compared to Arunachal Pradesh and Gujarat. It is about 2 hours early in Gujarat and 2 hours later in Arunachal Pradesh. So to solve this problem, we are considered 82.30 east longitude as our standard meridian of our country, or standard meridian of India. So it's all about to maintain the equal timing system, especially throughout the country. So regarding this, already we studied in the 6th standard there only, how we are going to count, because a day it's including only the 24 hours, then how we are going to divide with the longitudes, That is about totally 360 degree. So based on that, there we can see the time difference between, especially when we are traveling east to west. So now, even the present day also, we are following the 82 degree 30 east longitude as our standard meridian of our country, or standard meridian of India. And it is for the whole country. So that's what we decided to take that particular longitude to decide the same time for the whole country. And this, the latitudinal extent influence the duration of the day and night also, and one moves from especially south to north also. So this is all we can see. And each country has their own standard time, or even the different countries have different standard meridian also. Some of the vast countries like Russia and some of the countries have two standard meridian to solve the issue about the time. But in our country, we are following only one, that is about 82.30 east as our standard meridian of India. And the next thing, that India and the world. India and the world. So the Indian landmass as a central location between the East and West Asia. This we have to observe carefully. So look at the globe and then please observe that the landmass of our country, the India landmass, as a central location between the East and the West Asia. So it's the center. Our India, it's located in the Asian continent. So where is it located? There we can see it's the central location between the East and the West Asia. And even India is a southward extensions of the Asian countries. The trans-Indian Ocean routes which what we call connect the countries of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia. So that's what. So already I told that it is one of the peninsular. The three-side India, it is covered with the different oceans such as Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, and then Indian Ocean. So the trans-Indian Ocean routes, which connect the countries of Europe also, especially Western countries, and as well as the East Asian countries also, and it's provide a strategic central location to India. This, the trans-Indian Ocean route. And also the Deccan Peninsula location prejudice in the Indian Ocean, thus helping India to establish close contact with the West Asia. See, because of the vast ocean, it is covered with the three sides, completely with the ocean. Now, the result of that, so we are closely contact with the Western European countries, and as well as so India to establish close contact with the West Asian countries also, Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast also. See, India, it is a close contact with the West Asia and even the African countries, and even Europe from the western coast and with the southeast and east also, and Asia from the eastern coast also. See, that's what since ancient time onwards, our country traded with the different countries, and even there we can see the good relationship and then close contact with this the western and southeast and even the African and then East Asian countries. And another one important thing in the world, if we are observed, so no country has a long coastline like our India, because India has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean. I mean, why I am saying this one? The only one country in the world which has especially because of Indian Ocean as India as, and indeed it is India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean. So that's called as the Indian Ocean. I hope so. Don't get confusion, please. See, no other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has, and indeed the only one country it has a long coastline on Indian Ocean, on the Indian Ocean. So that's what the ocean named as Indian Ocean. And because of this reason, which justifies the naming of an ocean after it, that is Indian Ocean. Why it is called as the Indian Ocean? Because there is no country which has a long coastline on Indian Ocean. So the only India has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean. So that's what that ocean used to called as the Indian Ocean. So like this, since the beginning, India, it has a close contact with the Western European countries and then even the other Asian countries and African countries. It has close contact with the main, especially Asian countries and then African countries and then European countries through the vast coastline. So that shows that the good relationship or the relationship especially towards the trade and commerce, all these things, and even the people can communicate. If you are studying history, then all of you came to know that how India it's become so famous, especially India means here the producers of India, and there was the huge demand in the European market and all other the Asian countries and even the African countries also. So that shows that since the beginning, because of the long coastline, India has close contact with the different Western countries, especially the European countries and then other Asian countries, and as well as the same maintained with the African countries also. So please try to understand about the size and location of our country. It is one of the largest country in the world. It has 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world, and it's identified as the 7th largest country of the world, and even It has a land boundary at about 15,200 kilometer land boundary or land frontier, and then 7,516.6 kilometer coastline, and it extends north to south 3,214 kilometer, and even east to west, then we can see 2,933 kilometer. Totally, we came to know that it is one of the vast country, richest natural resources there we can see, and including the population also, and even about the population also, India has highest or thickest populated country in the world. After China, we secured the next place. That clearly shows that it is the second highly populated world in the country in the world. So please, in this topic, please try to understand the location and the size of our country. The mainland extended, especially latitudinal and longitudinal extensions, that is like this. And even India, already I told, so completely it is in northern hemisphere. India is located in the northern hemisphere and in the southern part of the Asian continent. So it is like this. The latitudinal extension, and this is the longitudinal extension, and the Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degree, that is completely divided the equal two of, and this is the physical area, total the square kilometer 3.28 763 square kilometer. So this is all about the size and location of our country, the size and location of our country, and even so our country is played a vital role in the world politics, and even there we can see the significance of India's geography also, and the relationship between through land routes and then through coastline also, or it has the best the maritime contacts also with other countries because of the long coastline. And also India contributed to the world a lot, especially the idea of Upanishad, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and the Panchatantra stories and all. It is so famous in the world and spread all over the world also. And the another one important thing, the Indian numeral and decimal systems, this could reach many parts of the world also. And India also famous for spices and the special cloth which was produced in our country, which is called as the muslin, and other merchandise were taken from India to different countries. So that's what there was a huge market, especially in European markets. And in the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture and architectural styles of Doom, and even the minarets from West Asia can be seen in a different part of our country also. There we can see the Gandhara style of art, even the architecture style, even the Greek sculpture influences like that. There are other countries also influenced on our country geographically, culturally, in a different way. And the same time, the idea of the India and the knowledge, the ancient knowledge of India, it is including the Vedas, Upanishad, the Panchatantra stories and Ramayana, Mahabharata, all these spread throughout the world, and we all of knows that very significant contribute to the world from our country, that is about the Indian numerals and the decimal system also. It could reach many part of the world. So like this, India contributed a lot of things to the world, and also India influenced by some of the other countries also. And the next class we are going to discuss about the neighboring countries of India, or India's neighbors. So thank you, have a nice day.